And there's our friend who respawned. He's probably about to get killed again. There we go. Thank you for knocking her down to me. That was very nice. So thanks. What do you have in the shop? Wrench, wire cutter, wire. There we go. So this is all stuff. She's going to go back to the town that I probably need to expand a little bit. But now that I've rescued her, and she's probably going to die here again, just wandering around like a moron. Let's see here. No keys. But murderous handgun is not as strong as the heavy musket, but notice the speed. It is very fast. So it'll fly through bullets a lot faster. So can't get this chest right now. Probably, let me guess, probably a really strong sword in that chest. Or just one in particular in the dungeon that you want. So we're going to just take some spike. We're just going to eat the spike damage. I know I have wooden platforms. Actually, I probably should have explored up top first, so we may have an opportunity to do that right now, here. Okay, please tell me that's a chest spawner. That'd be hilarious. But I don't think it is. Okay, such happy sounds. See, look at all that damage I'm doing. And you get little extra light effects from the sparkly, and you can see here that we're actually pretty low in the dungeon already. Just from the light effects that go down there. Of course, the dungeon may go lower in other directions, and that dart hopefully didn't poison me. It looks like it actually did. So that's irritating. Let's see here. Let's work our way up, and this time not get darted. I think that actually is a chest statue. So Ellen's dead. Poor Ellen. Yeah, chest statue. Odd. I don't know exactly what that's going to do. So let's see if we can farm some keys real quick. So you guys just want to keep jumping. Surely some of you are going to drop a key. Somebody's going to drop a key. Because you can have only so many enemies on the screen at a time. I don't need bombs, so we'll need bombs later, but I can afford to get those later. There's a key. Good. Alright. How many golden keys for our trouble? Just one. But if this dungeon's that short, there may not be too much in here. Which would be a little sad, but could be worse. Okay, that's the chest that I already opened. This is the one I need to open. Unfortunately, everyone wants to drop on me as I try and collect my loot. They won't play nice. So you're water walking, pretty good. Pink block, don't need. Glow stick, don't need. Gold coin, I'll take it. Dynamite, don't need. Aqua scepter, minus 14 cost versus the broken one. There we go. Adept Aqua Scepter. That's Scepter. Scepter. That's a little better. So now later in the game, all that mana that you started to collect is starting to pay off maybe a little bit. So we'll start over here. Kind of work our way back around. So here's two more locked chests. I do not believe I have a key to unlock either of them yet. So that's going to be our next goal. That looks like a lot of fun to be had up there, so no books here. Oh, that was stupid. Alright. Well, we're back in sort of the original foyer area. And it looks like there may not be too much dungeon left. Especially if I keep getting hit like an idiot. It's like sort of free torch service there. Let's see here, no other keys. Now, there's apparently bones that I'm picking up as well. I think there is a bone armor set, I'm not sure. But let's see here. We go a little deeper into the dungeon. This has lesser healing potion. I'd like something a little more than a lesser potion at this point. But that's all we're getting, so it's kind of like a, hey, did you run off without better healing potions? You're right, I did. Because I'm stupid. So here is more Here's more dungeon. So we're not all the way at the bottom yet. Yay, we can turn on the lights. They do have electricity. Yay. Right, so there is another place to go. Yeah, I'm just going to have to farm some keys. Because I'm pretty sure this is the bottom of the dungeon here. If I had to guess, I would say that's it. So we'll use our mana to just make all these things fly around. Fun with magic, it's Terraria. So no books. No keys, actually, but the shadow key, which opens all shadow chests. I may only need one. If I don't actually get myself killed here first. Yeah, it's like I can kill all the things in the world, but it's going to be the traps that get me, isn't it? So, looks like I'm going to be farming some keys here for a little bit. Because that's the dungeon. It's not huge. Yeah, because we're in a tiny, tiny world. We're just going to double back real quick and see if we can... Yeah, that is a lot of scary things. Because that's probably... There's like 3 or 4 chests I haven't been able to open. And... I don't think you can bomb them open. That shadow key is going to be important for later. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be doing some farming, and I'm going to go ahead and call this a time in the dungeon. This is what you unlock by killing our good friend Skeletron, who is a fun boss, as you can see, because of my arena not being very wide and me sort of standing too tall instead of using the ability to dodge vertically. You get to go into this area, which is a brief little area to explore. It's all procedurally generated. And once you get done there, you get to move on to the next step, which we will talk about next time in Terraria, where we get to go deep, 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 deep in the ground. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time and show you all what loots I picked up. Alright, and I was a little mistaken here because there is another wing of the dungeon to go through. And I just learned those floating skull guys do take away your ability to attack. I forgot what their deal was. But more importantly, let's see here. Still, okay, 1 golden key, so that's good. Starting to get some of those again. We're going to get another heart crystal here. That has so many bones. I don't need that many bones. I don't think I'm making a whole bone set or anything. So let's just take care of this real quick. Heart container, yay! What is the most ability to get rid of? We'll get rid of the water candle. There's plenty of those to pick up. Alright, so 20 more health. So 1 more wing of the dungeon proper. I thought I could see another one in the distance somewhere. And I did pick up 1 golden key. Water bolt, again, I don't need 3 water bolt books. But I imagine this is for the multiplayer crowd. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be too much here because we have some underground stuff. Alright, so it's a blood moon right now apparently, and that doesn't seem to mean a lot in the dungeon. But I don't know. Let's see here if I'm going to be dumb and stand on those things. So let's see here, 1 more health container, which is always pleasant. Let's see, because I want to be able to get max life. I prefer to have max life by the time I enter hard mode, let's put it that way. Something that kind of makes sense. So yeah, I don't know what else is in the dungeon. I mean, there's some programs I can use to actually see the map and see if there's anything I missed or anything in the world. Let's find out. Doo-doo. That was a pretty painful standing. And let's see, are you going to defeat my ability to use a weapon again? Yes. Well, Well, I can't use a sword, but I apparently can still shoot a gun. So let's hear no keys. Alright, so you guys are just all hurting. I have to jump into those spikes, unfortunately. Still only one golden key. That's a little irritating. You can also use the grappling hook to open doors, which is pretty sweet. But I'll let the bone guy come here mainly because he drops a key. I want to be able to actually pick it up. Yeah, keys are not the most common drops, obviously. Picked up a few early. But I've had a little bit of rotten luck with the chests. A lot of them have had kind of the same things. So here we go, whole another wing of the dungeon. I thought there was more. So I'm standing on a stupid dart trap twice. There's me derping it up. There's another trap, it looks like, down here. So go ahead and disable both of those. Anything up here? Not really. Okay, please be a weapon. Yeah, it is a keen handgun. I already have a murderous handgun, so as a waste. There's only one other item I'm really looking for here, and it is the sword that drops from the dungeon. His name I forget at the moment, but I think it's some equivalent of the Mazmu Mirasame, that kind of RPG trope. Reason being is that you actually need that sword and a few other swords to combine to create the strongest sword of them all. Let's see, we don't want the dart trap. Like I said, I'll be really pissed if I ran off over some keys. And the reason I'm keeping those eyes, by the way, is just so that I can farm. I've Cthulhu a few times one night and just pick up whatever I need without having to get a bunch of lenses. It's just a convenience issue. I don't know if he has a lot of what I need, but apparently I need to not get lasered up here. Bad aim, man. I'll go hit him again, there we go! And watch that be a key. So we're going to go up and down, just a few bounces off the walls. Got some mana back. Apparently did massive damage to something down there as well. So, keys? No keys. Interesting. Well, what else can we get rid of? I don't need that many lesser healing potions. Though I may need some in a minute. Okay, so here's the rest of the dungeon. I am pleased that it is not as small as maybe I'd originally guessed. Good, another key. Gonna need that. Do not want to be set on fire, though. There we go. Okay, so I'm probably about to die here. There we go. Alright, so I got a little too zealous dropping down there because I didn't realize there were a zillion skeletons. So we're going to go ahead and respawn in the middle of the blood moon. Alright. And here is Lloyd, the old man. We have a problem on our hands. I am sure we do, and I can buy a lot of sort of simple stuff from him. But since I have all this here, I'm just going to put my potions down in here. Try and clear up my inventory space a little bit. Because I don't like having to shift through my inventory that much. Now we'll want to be taking all these back. Really don't need arrows at this point. Because I'm going to be using bullets. Let me actually go ahead and switch out for this. So there we go. So lots of fallen stars already. Apparently my little shack up there attracts fallen stars. Let's hear. Yeah, there we go. That is a Blood Moon style zombies right there. Yeah, so there were lots of bullets flying. I like it. Doesn't pack as heavy of a punch, but I will take the higher rate of fire. So now we get to go all the way back down, and we're going to show you where I kind of screwed up and thought there was a dead end. Although, let's see here, I have 1 golden key right now. I think I'm going to need 3 or 4. Yeah, so we'll just go down real quick. Not a lot to it. Those chests have been opened. These chests have not, so we'll start with one of these. There we go, Blue Moon, another unique weapon, and this is actually a pretty good chest because it has plenty of gold, of which, unfortunately, I lost a lot of gold, but 5 healing potions is super valuable. So we need at least 1, so this is why it's good to actually fight things instead of skipping them. Let's try and remember where our stuff is, because we've gotten a good number of keys already. And I'm also getting myself killed really well. So let's see here. It wasn't up here as I just jumped on a guy I teleported. Yep. So bone, 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 all this stuff. So we're going back down here. Well, we should be able to recoup the money that I had just fine. If I don't drop myself to death. So yay, the dungeon. Let's go. Don't know why Silver Coin was sitting there. Let that little Mario Brothers style ring of fire fly by. So much faster to do this with any of the grappling hooks. And I could use a hammer to remove those spikes. Probably be in my best interest to do so, actually. Because apparently I'm knocking through them no matter what. We'll just take what we can get here. So no new keys. We'll just keep heading down. But not too fast this time. So now that we're over here, no new key that way. So I think we already explored over here. So let's see what's over here, yonder. Okay, so we're actually already on the way looping back around here, actually. So this is right around where I died. This dude's just going to keep triggering that trap. I don't know if there's only specific skeletons that will drop what I'm looking for. Or whatever it is, it looks like there is a lot of them waiting down here. If I had grenades, I could still grenade them, but this works too. Angry bones. Dead bones. There we go. So plenty of money. 8 gold coins back. Nice thing about angry bones, they can run like the dickens. Let's see here, another door. Someone obviously died from a trap. Just want to get those 2 things gone and out of here. Or somebody else got hurt. Okay, so kill you. And we're just going to move on. And are we back to somewhere where I've explored before? No, that's just the area that's on. So this is a very bizarro-shaped dungeon. And sadly, my key spawning, which was doing so well at the start, as tends to be the case in games, has stopped. It's like bone dry all of a sudden. It'd be really nice to get a key for this chest just so I don't have to go back to it. So we've already been up there. Yeah. So no key right here. Let's see if we can get some guys to spawn. It's gonna be tricky. This is why we brought wood platforms if I still have them. There we go. Safety first. So as soon as we get a freaking key, I'll go back the other way. Yeah, I think I'm just going to call this one here because now that we've seen almost all the dungeon that there is to see, this time for realsies, I'm just going to go through some of the rest of these corridors here, and then we will call this a run. I'd call it successful. I've gotten some items. There's one item in particular that I'm still looking to pick up, but overall, fun times were had by some people. Probably not the undead or fun dead, but that's how it goes. And let's see what the Aqua Scepter does real quick, because it's... Okay, so it's like our other water thing, but it doesn't... It just uses mana real quick. And then the Blue Moon is going to be very useful for taking out some groups of enemies. Kind of like... Well, I'll get to whole group in just a minute. There's a golden key. There we go. Doesn't hit for a lot, but you can hit a lot of people with it. So let's test it out. So big knockback, killing whole groups of people. That's the Blue Moon. It is a fun weapon. Fun weapon. So let's see what's in this end chest, just for our tens of people that are viewing here with us today. Maybe I can get some golden keys in the process. Maybe I can get myself not killed in the process. Dare to dream, right? Fortunately, this doesn't take mana like I thought it did. Alright. So all these sparkly weapons now. There we go. Coins, coins, coins. My health's regenerating pretty slowly, but at least it's regenerating instead of me getting hit a lot. So, no new keys there. Go back down one more time. And up. Let's light our way up here. And please be the chest that I'm looking for. Another shadow key. I only think you need one shadow key, so that's kind of lame. It's important because when you're in the final sort of normal mode area, you do need a shadow key to actually open things up. Alright, well, I'm going to call it this, and then I'll show you. Hopefully the other sword that I'm looking for is in one of the other two chests. Otherwise, I'm just in a world without it, which I've never heard of, but this would be the first time. So this is Way to Fail, more Terraria, where next time we're going to be going deep, deep, deep underground. That's all for now. See you later.